episode 103. We are
What up,
back
what
up
up,
in
what
this
up, what up, what up,
biatch.
what up, what up, what up?
Back. We never left, you know what I'm saying? We out here. Zinzo and I were
Back
out last night.
again. Hey, listen.
Out
The
of
the
guys, don't
shamposas.
drink champagne.
There's a reason why they
Don't
say
drink that
champagne
thing.
for the pain. There's a reason why they say champagne for the pain,
Girl,
honestly.
the hangover this morning was rough. I was definitely like reevaluating my life and my choices. I was like, you can't live
Ooh,
like this. I was like, I can't live like this.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't regretting it at all. I was loving it. I'm like, this is bougie, and like, this is what I signed up for. This is the soft life
Thanks.
that God intended.
And also, I never see you drinking a lot of brandy, so I was quite surprised. I never see you
I
drinking
remember
brandy, so I was honestly
it
so
was
surprised.
there was a point where you guys were like really concerned for me, and you're like, "This isn't. You don't have to be this drunk, eh?" I'm like, "Guys, don't worry. I got this. I got this." And I really
I was
did.
just so
I think
concerned because I
towards.
was like, yo, I was so concerned.
Oh gosh. But anyway, what are you drinking
What are you
today?
sipping on? Water, man, sparkling water.
Same.
I'm back at work now. My week off is done. I'm in the wilderness right now. Work starts tomorrow, so alcohol can miss me until I come back in September.
They said public holiday for who?
Water,
Public holiday for who?
man. Ghana, when's the public holiday? Oh, on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, yes. Yeah, I can't
Not even a
wait.
long
I'm not even.
weekend. Boo. Boo. Okay, and what are you sipping on?
I'm sipping some water, just normal
Love
tap
it.
water. Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
gotta hydrate.
We
It's
got,
work tomorrow.
ma'am, ma'am, back to school tomorrow.
Bills gotta be paid.
Listen, the weekend was cute and all. You know, we had our Shaza, but we're here to talk about Survivor.
We're here, guys. We're here, and I think Rita and I have differing opinions, which is going to be
Yeah.
very interesting.
I'm curious to hear what you have to say about the episode now, because I'm like, shit, did I miss something? But that always happens. Like, I feel like when we review the shows, then we always pick up on things that maybe one of us would have missed, and then
Mhm.
what ends up happening, then you're like, oh shit, maybe I actually didn't enjoy the episode, or maybe I did. Like that always happens after we review stuff.
That's true. That's true. And like I'm so glad that like you said that you were gonna like do a young recap because when I was watching episode 12 today, I was like, yo. And even episode 11, I was like, damn. I don't for me the last two episodes just felt really dragged. And I get it, like they're trying to follow this like whole Survivor Australia format, like it's
Mm,
very similar, even like with how they're doing the rewards. Well, like we'll get to one of the rewards where they did the whole
yeah.
searching through the cake and everything, like which is a very classic Survivor Australia reward.
Okay.
Yeah, and you go one by one, like classic Survivor Australia. The whole episodes yeah, 4 episodes every week there, like classic Survivor Australia as well. But like Survivor
Mm.
Australia just does it much better in my opinion. And
Oh,
Survivor Australia is
really?
90 minutes. Mind you, Survivor Australia is 90 minutes, hey?
I don't
Their
get why
episodes
we
are
can't get
90
longer
minutes.
episodes. Like, why can't we just get longer episodes? Like, I wouldn't
No,
mind.
no, no,
I
no,
wouldn't
no.
mind it playing for like 2 hours.
No. 2 hours every Rita, 4 days
No,
in a
not
week.
every day. Okay, not every day. If we can get one episode a week, but it's longer,
Okay. I
that
could
I
do
would
that.
do.
I could do that as opposed to watching episode 12 and 11, which was just two episodes where like strategy talk for like two whole episodes.
I
Guys,
know, man. Like, there was nothing else on that episode. Now that you're
like
pointing it
give us
out,
comedy, give us like some humor, give
comedy.
us
That's true.
character. Like, okay, fine. I'm not saying that like you have to have challenges every time. But give us characters. Like, where's Abu Chappies running, frolicking around naked in the in the beach, fighting for, I mean, hiding coconuts. Like, where's all of that? It's like it's just
Yeah,
way
that's
too
true.
serious for 2 episodes, and I'm like, damn, you guys want us to do? Let me
I
see.
think I think the reason maybe why we don't get a lot of that content is also I think because they're in the Eastern Cape. It's not necessarily an island in the sense that like I think they have to plant certain stuff like the coconuts for them. I don't
Literally,
think we're gonna
yeah.
get a lot of that. I don't think we get a lot of that content because I don't think. Well, I don't. Okay, I don't get why we're not getting fishing content. Wait, because we know they're fishing.
Mm,
Actually,
mm. Mm.
So that's
And that doesn't
awkward.
have to be just pushing content. Like these are still humans at the end of the day. I'm sure there are people that are
Yes.
saying funny things.
Yes,
Toriso
cracking
was saying something
jokes.
funny on the sides. Felix is saying
Mm,
something funny. Like just show us
that's
some
true.
like a different side. Like we don't always have to be
Mm.
talking about strategy. Like
And we
so
did,
that's
and
just
we
how
did,
I felt.
we did, we did complain about this last season as well. A lot
But
of
I
strategy
last
talk.
season was much better because we saw Chappie's doing his thing.
Dinah.
We saw, who's the other guy? What's his name? Paul as well, doing
Oh,
the most. Like this one just feels way too serious.
guys,
And I get it.
Paul.
It's never forget. Never
Why did
forget
they bring
Paul.
him back? Actually, I don't care if he wasn't an outcast or not. Just bring him back.
I love
Oh,
Paul
what a
so much.
character.
Thanks to Paul, he gave me one of my most popular tweets ever. People loved it. And I was like, guys, have you seen Paul's exit interview? Do you see how he dragged everyone? And people were
Yo,
loving it.
where's that exit interview? Where do we find it? Because I actually need to watch it again. Guys, you need to watch Paul's exit interview. It is the most entertaining thing I've ever watched in my life. I watched it a couple of times because he was just dragging everybody.
Just
Like my favorite line
everyone.
when they asked him, like, what would you say to all your tribe members now? And then when he said, I would tell Santini that she's gained weight. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You've gained weight in a show where you're not eating.
You're not eating. Why is he like this? Yo, I know Paul was a character. Yo.
Shout out, Paul.
But anyway,
Yo.
back to season 9, Return of the Outcasts. We are in week 3. So another 4
Mm-hmm,
episodes that
mm-hmm.
we got to experience. I guess highlights, because that's what we're honestly gonna do, talk about highlights. But obviously,
Yeah.
we know that we obviously lost quite a few people. Teresa is one of them. We lost her. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
First we lost Pine Tea. Sorry, Pine Tea. First-
Yo.
No, that one I was, honestly, I was rooting for Pine Tea. Hey, like Loki, I know, like she was so entertaining. She's so fucking entertaining.
Pinty
Pine Tea
was
needs to stay for longer.
hurt.
I needed her to stay for longer.
Pinty was so hurt. The way she looked at everyone. She was like Tanya. She was like Toriso, Felix.
Yes,
Yo.
I was
She was
just
like,
like,
I'm coming for you guys. My ancestors
yo,
are coming for y'all.
yo, Pine Tea was so entertaining. I'm honestly gonna miss her.
Oh gosh, who else? Who
Yo,
else? We lost Toriso. Ah,
we
Toriso,
lost
man. I
Teresa
was
as well.
really
I
enjoying her
was enjoying her
gameplay
game. I really
so
like it. Sucked.
much.
Like in that moment, it was either her or Felix, and I guess, but it was interesting that she never wrote Felix's name down, and I was like, girl. She said she couldn't bring herself to. I said, ma'am, we're paying for 2 million rand.
Two
You better
million
find it.
rand. You
We're paying for
better
a
find.
million, 2 million. You better find it. You
You'll
better
forget about
find
you'll
this
forget about
country.
that guild quick fast when you're at the
Girl.
final tribal council. Quick fast.
When it's between me and somebody else, why would I write down my own name?
Did she write her own name?
No, no, sorry, she didn't write down her own name, but
Oh,
she
okay.
basically at that point she probably should have because it's like you didn't write down his. I was actually very curious as to like why she didn't write down his name. Like said she couldn't bring herself to do it, and I was like, why?
Who did she vote for again? Kilani.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
but let's talk about also Kilani. Like, so then somebody described it as a goat, right? And I
Yes.
didn't know what that meant in survivor terms. I was
Yes, I
like,
was
not
actually going
y'all
to ask
saying,
you.
yeah, I was like, first of all, not y'all saying Kilani's the greatest of all time. I said, that's the only goat I know. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that is not Kilani.
No, in survivor terms, yeah, goats has a different connotation.
So please explain for the people what goat is.
Okay, so as a survivor purist, a
Love
goat
it.
in a goat in whether it's Survivor or your Big Brother USA or Big Brother Canada, that's seen as someone that like you can drag to the final that no one is going to vote for because people are going to be like, "What did you actually do?" kind of thing. Which is
Mm.
weird because Teresa described herself as the goat. She's like, "No, I want to be the only goat," and I'm like. Babes, you understand that goats don't get the votes at the end.
No,
Like,
I
no
was
one
gonna
wants
say,
to
I was
vote for the
like,
goats.
oh, okay. So yes, when she's okay, that actually is so true. Why would she say that? Oh, that's weird.
Yes, yeah. She was like, I want to be the only goat. Like, Kilani can't. They can't be two goats here in this tribe. I'm like, babes, no, you don't want to be a goat. Period.
Yo, but
Point
that's
blank.
sad though. But that's sad though. People are just gonna carry you because they know you're not gonna like you're not a threat at all. And then meanwhile, that person that's being carried till the end is thinking, "Yo, I made it to the finals, lit." Meanwhile, people
Hey,
people only
meanwhile,
took you there because girl,
Exactly. You remember I
girl.
told you about how Steffi is the same person who, when she was voted out, it was the final tribal council, and
Yeah,
then it was Rob and this and two other people, and
yeah.
then it was between Rob and this other girl and the goat. And she even said to the goat, she's like, "No, shame, my guy. Like, just look cute and just look cute and sit there. Like, don't worry. I don't have any questions for you." Like, she literally said that to the guy.
Oh, shame. You see
So
now, you know that person's gonna go home and say, "You, I made it to the final, guys." Then you watch the episode, people just taking you there for vibes. That's
so
sad.
that was very interesting. Yeah, yeah.
That's sad. But yeah, Teresa's also left.
Oh
Sad.
man. Yeah.
Um, anything that I could say that really stuck out? I mean, well, do you want to point out anything before we get to the real tea? Oh wait, no, let's talk
Um,
about that outpost challenge. First of all, I
okay.
would have been hacked. Okay, I mean, shout out to what's her name again? Who pulled the shortest straw again? Is it Meryl? Not Meryl.
Yes. Yeah, Marilyn.
Issue the
It's it
names.
Marilyn or Meryl, one of the
Yeah,
two.
y'all know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But
She's a fashion buyer. That one.
yes, but I was like, okay, first or whoever who got in there first? Was it Balissa?
It was Meryl. No, it was between the two M's. One of the M's was first, one of the M's was last.
Yes.
Wait, actually I wrote it down somewhere here, guys. Sorry. I wrote it in my notes. But yeah, one of the M's was first, one of the M's was last, that's for sure.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
whoever got the idol, shout out to them for looking at the cake.
Meryl was first. Yes, Meryl was first.
Yes, Meryl, she got the idol. Or what is it called?
The tribal council pass.
Tribal council pass. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, which I guess is great because you can use it on yourself, and if you feel like
Hmm.
you're in danger, you just be like, "Deuces, I'm out." Like,
Hmm.
y'all catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah.
Um,
All the
but
bullshit's for
then
the birds.
But then also I was mad at that thing because I was like, how many minutes? They got 3 minutes. Because there's a part of me that's like, yo, 3 minutes is, I don't know if it's, because I was like, five is too long. But then I was like, ish, four also is a little bit too long. I was like, 3 minutes is not long enough to eat everything. But I was like, ish, it should have been five. I was so upset. I was going back and forth with myself because I was hungry on their behalf. People were starving.
I think three is the perfect balance because you also like, do I look for like an advantage or do I eat? Like,
And all
you
these
need
people,
to
all they did was look
prioritize.
for that advantage. If I was the last one, I wouldn't even care to look for the advantage because I'd be like, well, I know it's gone
Yeah, that's what
already.
Marilyn did. Marilyn was like, I'm the last person. Obviously, someone else wanted me, so I'm gonna just stop my pace.
It was wild, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Wild.
yeah.
But then these last two episodes, right?
Hmm.
Because really it just became, like you said, about strategy. Because we had one in the last 2 years.
Hmm.
We episode 11 was prepping us for this big tribal council
Hmm.
because it was both tribes going to tribal council. I don't know how I felt about the other tribe being able to vote. Like, I guess it was spicy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was a cute twist. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how I felt about that because I was like, I don't know. Like, now gang votes. Now it's just many votes for one person. I don't
And
know how
also,
I
how
felt.
fair is it? Yeah, how fair is it
Yes,
for you to have like a say in like someone else's like 2 milli when you haven't been living with them? You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly.
it was shady. It was very shady. It was a nice twist, but try again, guys.
So don't forget, we also had was it? It's is it Tony? What?
Tony.
And Phil that went to the outpost, and they
Yes.
had to pick a name that. And also, I
Yes.
thought it was such a random name. I was like, do you guys not know what's going on in the tribe? Like, I don't know. I was like, Shane. I was like, of all people, Shane.
I'm not gonna lie, I also probably would have put Shane's name down.
Really?
Yeah. Shane's a mess.
Not a mess.
Shane is a hot ass mess. Cause I was like, they went to the outpost and they were like, yeah, we're writing down Shane's name down. And then he finds the idol, and I'm like, wow, okay, producers, convenience much. Only for them to say, no, it's null and void
Because
because
Homegirl already used
Homegirl
it.
already used.
I was like, bad luck. Because at first, when they showed, because obviously when they cut that episode between, so we saw him pick something up, and then it was like next time on. So I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be a horrible plan. Only for them
Mm.
to not even go with the plan in the first place. I was like, like I was like, what was the reason? But also, I feel like what's her name? Tony didn't fight. Also, Tony doesn't know how to speak to people. She didn't know how to convince her tribe. Because then you're just
Yeah,
telling people what to do,
yeah.
not hey, what do you guys think about this plan? And that's why Steffi had a problem. She was like, how are you guys gonna come
Mm.
and tell us? But also, I was like, typical white woman. I was like, you see that behavior. You just come and dictate what we all should do. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, Tony, I feel like Tony would actually, she'd rub me the wrong
It's so
way out of
annoying.
everyone there. Tony and Dante, they would rub me the wrong way, that's for
Oh
sure.
yeah, Dante for sure. Dante
For
has serious
sure.
issues.
Okay, so
Dante's
by the way, I rewatched episode 8, right? I know we're doing
okay.
9 to 12. I rewatched episode 8, and I actually kind of understand why Dante saying Dino is like such a threat. Because Dino finds an idol, then after the idol, he still cries crocodile tears to Meryl, pretending as if like he's in trouble. But then, okay, fine. Then
Yeah.
he plays a fake idol, but then he still gets another one from Tejuan and Tony after that. Like, no, I get it, Dante. That man is a prince.
Also
That man is a
interesting
prince.
that Tejan, I mean, on that point, interesting that Tejan and Tony chose to give the idol to Dino.
Why do you think it's
Very
interesting?
interesting. I don't know, like I just felt like because I was like I didn't pick up that they had like an alliance together or anything like that. So it felt so random.
Okay,
It
okay.
felt very random. But
I
also because
hear
I'm
you
like
there.
they're not interacting, so I don't know. But then hey, when she gave him that hug there, I said, "Yo," she said, "Let me give you double, 2 hugs." But then she's like, "Catch this, my guy." Like
And
I have an
everyone
idol.
saw it. Everyone saw
Oh
it.
shame. There was no way of like doing that discreetly. There is no way. Like when are you gonna do it? When?
Oh gosh. Can we talk about the challenge? I actually have
Which
the
one?
blindfold one. Do you think they
Shame.
were
And then they.
cheating?
Oh no. Oh, is that allowed? That is allowed, right?
I mean, it's not in the rules. They don't say you cannot shout, so it's
Yeah,
allowed.
true.
Like I remember, like with previous Survivor US episodes, I used to like read the recaps, and one of the recaps he'd always ask. He'd have the privilege of like asking Jeff Probst, who is
Yeah,
the host of Survivor US. He'd always ask
yeah,
him the question every week. And he'd always be like, yeah, I noticed that this and this person would like copy that other person's puzzle. Like he'd literally look and would do it himself. He's like, is that actually allowed? And Jeff Probst is like, listen, if it's not in the rule book to say you guys can't look at the puzzle, hey,
yeah.
that's on you.
Then I
Like good
guess
on you for like look, yeah, realizing that you can go around the corner or whatever it's called.
And I guess I mean what the other tribe was doing was I mean it's dirty, playing dirty, but
It's
also it's like,
definitely
hey,
playing
we're trying to
dirty.
win, trying to make it to
Mm,
merge. We
mm,
don't want anyone to go home. Like they also I mean people have to think they have to fight for themselves and I guess good on them because it was so
mhm.
easy to distract that other team and then they were blindfolded. It was just a mess. It
Yeah,
was a
that's
mess.
why Felix was like, "Come on, we can't be saying that they were cheating, guys, because really, we probably would have done the same thing if we were in their
Exactly.
shoes."
Exactly. Like you're just a sore loser.
So not Toriso saying that she's the loudest in the room. I'm like, sis, way. She's like, usually I'm used to being the loudest in the room. I'm like,
Where?
since since
Where? Can we see that person on our TV screens then?
Dino
Can we
also
see
killed
that?
me. Dino killed me when he led them astray. He was like, go right, go right. It's
All right, I'm dead.
like go,
That
go, go,
finished
go.
me. That finished me. Cause I was like, damn. I was like, damn. I mean, it was sad to watch, but I guess people are also hungry. I guess it's many factors,
Kicking the
many many
dog when it's
things.
down. Yo.
T for tens, T for tens. But episode 11 and 12. So we know that Tony and Phil are obviously pushing for to get Shane out because obviously they'd written his name down and that was the
Hmm.
plan. As for that plan, I don't know, it went out the window very quickly.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah, there was just so many moving
A
parts in the
lot of
last two
scrambling
episodes.
was happening, especially in
Please
episode
help
12.
me. Please help me because
So
I
much
got lost
scrambling.
at points. I got really
Well, first
lost
of all,
and I gave
Shane
up.
then has a conversation with Phil and is like, I can't, like, like it's kind of like, well, he was definitely kissing his ass. He was
Mm.
definitely kissing Phil's ass for sure,
Hmm.
which I get. Obviously, play with people's, play around with someone's ego, right? But then he was
Mm.
like, I have this pouch, and then you don't want to show them what it's in. I mean, I was like, good
What's
on you for
inside?
actually playing. Obviously because people don't need to know the truth, right? They just perception, right? So let people just
Hmm.
think you have it,
Reality is
rather
perception
that.
in Survivor. That's so true. Reality is perception.
So
Perception is reality?
Yes, his perception is
Yeah.
huh?
Oh,
So one of those. It's one of those.
the shampoos are still doing its thing.
Yeah, girl, girl. So both tribes, obviously, Full and Tony are putting in that work to get obviously Homeboy out. Oh yeah. Also, can we just point out one thing? Shout out to, is it Meryl? Ish, one of them. Whoever used that when she used a diplomatic immunity, whatever that was. I said shout out, girl. That was the
Yes.
time. So
Oh
that
yeah,
was the time. I said,
Marilyn.
yeah. I was like Marilyn. I was like, girl, good on you. I said, smart lady, smart.
But no one was happy. No one was happy to have her there. Even Steffi, even her own Powerpuff, like, what are you doing here?
She's trying to
Buttercup
save
was like,
herself.
Buttercup was like, Bubbles, go home. Go back home.
I did not go back home. So it's now the day of tribal council, and obviously people are still scrambling. Like it really was a lot of scrambling that was happening. A lot of
Was a
change in
lot of
votes,
scrambling.
a lot of scrambling because really it was Shane. For some reason, nobody was looking at Dino, which is interesting enough. I thought that was interesting since he's been a target since day one. Um,
Mm.
but then quickly things shift towards Balissa.
Oh no, you know why no one was looking at Dino? Because everyone saw Tony give Dino the idol,
Oh
isn't it?
yes,
So yeah.
they were like, let's not waste that vote.
Yes.
And trying to like
Yes.
blindside him.
Also, do you think there's too
Um,
many twists?
mm,
Do you think there's
I don't.
too many like advantages? Like expired immunity passes. People had half an
Not
idol.
a
Rachel, what's half an
half.
idol? What's half?
No,
How does
but
it
then
work?
they
How does it
it's
work?
half. I mean, no, they have to. It's that they both have to fulfill something, and then it becomes more powerful.
No, okay. Oh, so then if Shay got voted out, what would have happened? Would have had to put
Then I
the
don't
two
know,
idols together and say Wonder Twin Powers activates. I don't understand.
girl. Girl, I can't tell you, but I mean, there are a lot of twists. I mean, we don't. People can't keep finding idols. I mean, how many idols are there?
Tribal council passes, and then this, and what also I think what annoys me is that it's like, oh, you found an idol, but it's only valid for 3 episodes for 3 challenges. Oh, you found an idol, but it's only valid until, oh, you found half an idol. Oh, you found a quarter of an idol that you need to now flip it and reverse it.
Not
It's like,
love it,
guys, we're
love
doing
it.
too much. We're doing too
Honestly,
much.
also when they read those things out, sometimes I'm like, are they comprehending what they're saying? Because I was like, shit, I need time to process that, like what that actually means.
Like the only reason why Palisa was in trouble was because everyone else had an advantage.
Yes,
Like
and she was
that's
on
also
the
what
out.
annoys me. Oh man, poor Palisa. Oh,
I
that yeah,
know,
that
I
one really
liked
hurt
her a
me.
lot. I really liked her. I liked her gameplay. She
Oh,
was super confident. Like so
mm.
confident, very sure of herself. Like I love that. Like she knew how to deal with people. Like deal with people like Dante and stuff. Like those type of characters. She knew how to deal with those people.
I don't know
I
who I
loved
don't know
her.
who I don't know who I'm leaving for now. Because once Dino was gone, like I don't care who wins after that.
Yeah, and they definitely gonna get Dino out.
They think we're gonna get Dino out for
First
sure.
one. First one. No, first one post merge and be like, listen, we are. So now
Dante's winning
tribal
this thing.
council. But then tribal council happens, and now I love it. I'm honestly, I enjoy tribals where people then, when Nico was like, okay, guys, just chat, just go ahead. Because, and they were speaking for a very long time.
A
Like,
very
I'm
long
surprised Dino did, I
time.
mean, I'm surprised Nico didn't like stop them sooner. I was like, these people have been talking.
Like they're swapping in between each other. Phil even jokingly went to Nico.
Because I mean, there was a lot of chatter. And I was even telling Anesu, I was like, I can just imagine what tribal council must be like because you actually just don't know what's going to happen and the
You really
anxiety that,
don't.
that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know. I honestly after that whole when they were scrambling there at the end, I didn't even know whose name I would have put down because I'm like I actually don't know what we're doing because what is actually happening.
I'm shocked Dino didn't even play his idol. I honestly would have played it because I've been like, I don't know who to trust. I'm just gonna play it anyway.
Play it anyway.
Because wow,
Meanwhile, meanwhile,
yay.
meanwhile, obviously he was not on the chopping block, thank God. But there was just a lot of movement, like a lot of movement happening that in that tribal council that I don't know. I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, y'all. This is a lot. I don't. That's why I don't think I can do Survivor. It's all of that stuff. Like I think I'd be on the outs on everything because I wouldn't know whose name to write every time,
The anxiety would kill you.
ma'am.
You'd faint. You'd faint. You'd be like,
Oh
no,
man.
redo.
Every tribal council, I'll be like, yo, can we just vote, Nico? Let's not chat. Let's vote because I actually don't know what's happening.
That's why even Steffi was like, Nico, okay, we need to stop talking now.
Let's
Because like,
vote
this
because
is my game.
yeah. But then also I got her because she was like, we're gonna keep going back and forth, and people are
Mm-hmm.
like, because everybody's giving each other eyes, everybody's looking here, looking down, looking. Hey, people are
Mm.
whispering to each other, mouthing things. Like it was gonna keep going on until they voted, and that's why I think she was just like, let's just vote because this is just chaos now.
Yeah, it really was a lot. Like I even stopped paying attention because I was like, listen, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. It just
Facts.
was.
Well, exactly. And unfortunately, the person that goes home is Balissa. I was gutted. I was like, no
Oh,
way,
so
not
gutted.
Balissa.
So gutted.
Hated
Yo,
that.
but I get it. Like she's a
Um,
threat. I really get it. Like she is a full-on threat.
no, she's a
So
full-on threat.
if
She's
I
a
was
good
there,
game
I would
player.
have voted for Palisa as well. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great game player. Soup, and she's very focused.
Kudos to her.
Focused.
Kudos to her. Full on.
No, she played a really good
Full
game.
on.
She should be very proud of herself. Like it sucks to go just before merge, but she played a bloody good game.
Tens across the board.
Honestly. Well, now the tribes are merged, right? Nico tells us at the end of that tribal council that, ma'am,
Mm.
drop
Surprise,
your buffs
surprise. Drop your
again,
buffs.
again. We're all yellow tribe now. We're all the same. And everybody, I mean, I guess everyone's obviously excited you make it to merge. Like, that's a huge deal because even if you don't
Mm-hmm.
make it to the final, you are a decision maker
Yeah,
in
you're in the
who
jury
gets that
now.
2 million. And that's when, and then now it's an individual game, right? It's an
Mm.
individual game. I don't know what the numbers are like right now and between, I guess, the tribes, like who's, I guess, on the winning side. But nobody seems loyal to their tribe in any case.
No
They're not
one is
this.
loyal to
No,
anyone. You
no one's
can't
loyal to
trust
anyone.
anyone. You can't even trust yourself. Don't even trust yourself.
Exactly. You
Don't
can't.
trust your hand as you're
Fact.
writing that vote.
But honestly, if they were smart, I'd honestly get Dante out first. He's annoying. A very aggressive player, for sure. Very aggressive player.
Extremely aggressive. It's
I
screaming
think
machismo. It's screaming machismo.
like it's just a lot for me. Like also
Mhm.
it's just like I mean you can see he's like taking the game very like he's in it. Like this is I mean yeah he's in it. But mm-mm,
I'm not a
mm-mm.
fan.
Yeah, Dante needs to. I mean Dante needs to go. Dante
And you
needs
know,
to go.
no one is going to vote out Dante because everyone's just gonna be like, "Oh, Dante, you know, that guy. He'll just keep on saying his own thing." But like Dante is physically, he's also a threat. I think that's also the
Yes,
bigger part. He's
and that's the
physically like
thing.
a bigger threat
And
than
it'll be
most of the
interesting
people
to see
there.
who dominates those individual immunity challenges. Like who's gonna dominate that?
I think
And
it's
let
gonna be
me tell
Dante.
you, yeah, true. And let me tell you something. That individual immunity necklace thing better be beautiful because this other one that they've been showing us here is disgusting. It's so ugly. This other that Thor, that Marvel universe looking challenge, whatever. Yo, mm-mm. It better be nice. Let me tell you something. It better be nice.
Gosh. Also, I feel like by the time the season is done, Tejuan's beard is going to be reaching the floor.
Ma'am, that thing is
Tejuan's going to be
growing.
father time.
Ma'am, and it just keeps growing here and looks great. It looks
No,
great.
it's healthy. That's a
It's
very healthy
healthy,
beard.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. So
yeah.
I'm just curious to see now with merge. I'm curious to see like Kilani's gameplay. Like I haven't seen much of that, so I want to see like how she does.
Mm,
Also
mm.
like Tejan, I feel like he's in and out a little bit. Like he's not. I mean, maybe getting an invisible edit, but we don't see him a lot, and it would be nice to see also his gameplay. Because I think
Ooh.
for the most part we understand other people's gameplay. Some people are very aggressive.
Yeah,
Some people are more subtle, obviously.
yeah.
But the people that we're not seeing on our screens a lot, I want to know their gameplay. Also curious about the Powerpuff Girls, how that's going to work out,
How
how
that's
far
gonna
that's
work
going to go.
out.
How
Yeah,
far is
actually,
that
you
going to
know what?
go?
I'm team Powerpuff Girls. Like I'm team. If any of the Powerpuff Girls make it to the final three, I will
I'm
be happy
happy.
for one of them
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
I personally, Steffi, Meryl, and then Marilyn in that order for me.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far that alliance goes and If
Actually,
they
yeah,
if
let's not sleep on Steffi. Hey, Steffi could also dominate. We shouldn't forget
yes,
that
Steffi, and she's
Steffi.
a beast. She's fit as hell.
Hey, Steffi is fit. Look at those shoulders.
Girl, those legs.
Girl. Yeah, no, Steffi is fit. Steffi could also dominate. Yeah, it could be between Dante and Steffi in terms of dominating the individual. But then it's tricky. It's very tricky, like winning too many of those individual immunities because once you win three, you're in trouble. People are looking at you
Mm,
sideways.
exactly. Because the minute you don't lose one, the minute you lose
Yeah,
one, they're gonna vote
out.
you out.
It's game
They
over.
said, okay, this is the time because she didn't win.
Snip, snip.
Let's get her out. Snip, snip, bitch. So it'll be interesting to see the Powerpuff Girls, how far that alliance is gonna go. Can anybody infiltrate? It's just the three of them. Are they gonna stay loyal to each other? Because obviously, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy for us to say Powerpuff Girls and they're excited but now when the real gameplay happens and maybe you have to turn on one on your own, what do you do? Because they're gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
turn on each other at some point
Facts. Facts.
by force and fire. I think also what would be really awesome is if Dante
Mm-hmm.
and Dino just teamed up, because you saw at the challenges, Dino was like, "Oh, thank you so much for cooperating today," or whatever. I think, oh yeah, because he was the caller, yeah. So he's like, "Thanks so much for cooperating today," and I was
Mm.
like, "Y'all could actually work together," but I was like, Dante just hates your guts, so I don't think.
Yeah, and like no one
But
would
I was
actually
like,
see it
keep your
coming.
enemies closer. Keep your enemies closer. Come on, Dante.
Facts. That's a very good point. I feel like that would be a fire alliance.
Right? Like a
Yeah.
Dante full and
And Dino,
Dino.
the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Listen, love it. Love, love, love it. So that would be interesting. Who else is left? Felix, I'm actually to see like how he's gonna do now. Like,
Felix.
because I don't know his game. I don't know anything about his game.
I feel like he's also giving goat energy. Big goat energy.
Yes, big goat energy for sure. Like, take him all the way to the end.
Kilani, she's stuck somewhere between the N1 and the Gululi interchange.
I'm dead. Not the good. Not you bringing now highways in this. But you saw when she almost fainted there. I said people are hungry. People are hungry.
Yes, this game is serious. He's
Bruh. And I
too
was
many.
talking
You will
to bruh, and I
starve.
was talking to Anesu, and she's like, yeah, people are starting to look skinny. I was like, yeah, now the hunger's setting in for real. People are hungry.
Hey, they
People are
said
starting to
you
look
you
thin.
will lose 25% of your weight in this
Ma'am,
season.
ma'am, people are looking hungry. People are looking skinny. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, it's
It's
hectic.
honestly a
It's
lot.
really, really hectic.
Anything else you want to point out on
Um,
the
I
those
don't know.
four
Yeah, I
episodes?
think right now I'm team Steffi and
Mm-hmm.
team Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, I'm team Powerpuff Girls right now since and team Dino and
Oh
team Full.
yes.
Actually, that's
Yeah,
my
I
top
like
five.
fall.
I like
Yeah,
Full
I
a
like
lot.
fall.
Full
Mm.
is giving us also. He's giving us those ITMs. He's funny.
Oh
He's
yeah,
very funny.
definitely. But
Yeah.
that's why Panty needs to come back because Panty was also giving. His Panty
She
was so entertaining. So entertaining. I loved her. Yeah, anything else? Let me see. Anything else? Well, Dino must hold on to
no
that idol for as
nothing.
long as he can. The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. How long does it last for though? Actually, there's these rules and regulations.
Yeah,
They
I
must
think
read
it's
the fine
until
print
there's only
every week.
six.
They
You
must
can
read the
use
fine
it,
print.
bruh. I think you can only use it up until when there's six people left.
Okay. Okay. That's not bad.
So yeah, it's not bad. So it just sucks. But it would have been nice to see Palissa. I'm actually quite hacked now that we've been reviewing. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, also Toriso was yo. She was struggling that one challenge where they had to pull that ball and she had to climb up the fire. She had to pull herself up with the rope. Yo, and I was
Ma'am.
like, baby
Bruh.
girl.
And the challenges have been interesting, hey? Like really interesting challenges. Because they did the
Yeah,
one with the blindfold one where there's one caller that was interesting. And then the other one that we saw was the um
pushing that heavy ass ball.
yes, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
how you had to like swing it. You had to swing it into like that box. That was very smart. Like using like your mental as well as your physical at the same time. I
Yes.
appreciated that. I was like, shout
And then
out.
obviously that team won pizza and beer, and I was like, yo, people are hungry.
I love how
That's why
also Steffi. You see how Steffi keeps on jumping every time they hit one. She got so excited.
Cause food, ma'am. Food. Like I remember I was talking to Anesu. Oh, I saw Anesu, and then I was telling her, I was like, because we're talking about like how people are starting to look thin and like hungry, and she was like telling me like when the one challenge when they lost, she's like she cried, and I was like, girl, I also would have cried because
Oh
hungry, like hunger.
yes, that one where everyone cried and then they decided to give half of their food to the other tribe, ne?
No, this was this challenge. The one that said that she cried. I
Uh-huh.
don't think that they caught it on camera, but it was
Oh.
post merge. So it was the individual immunity, or the one of the reward challenges where they split them, obviously put
Mm.
them into groups. And I was like, I also
Oh.
would have cried like the hunger. The
I'd be
hunger.
crying every day. Every day.
Ma'am, now you're telling me I lost out on pizza and beer.
Every day I'd be crying. I'd be like, I'm still here. This is
Also,
not
I
a
don't know,
dream.
bruh. I also wonder like what kind of relationship you'll have with food after coming from Survivor.
Very
Like
good
from
points.
like what kind of relationship do you have with food after that? Because man, literally they took all the food. You're
That is
eating
a
rice.
very interesting question to ask like a post survivor person actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is your relationship with food after that? Because and you know, like one thing that like still I find very interesting is how a
Mm.
lot of them say that like your season and like your past mistakes will like forever haunt you. Unless you're like someone
Yes.
like Anesu who was very happy and she was like, I did okay, you know. I felt like there was nothing much that I could have done, nothing much more that I could have done to like make it better, you
Yes.
know, like Anesu left very happy type of thing. But a lot of people are
Yes.
like they like their past mistakes like haunted them for like years. I was showing
Bruh.
us you were there in season two.
Yo.
So for
Yo.
6 years, 6, 7 years,
Ma'am.
where now you've been thinking about.
But think about the tribe where people didn't make merge. Like that sat with them. They didn't make merge.
Yay,
Yes.
yay. And that's why I think also Chappies was also happy that he was the first person voted out because he was like, you know what? Last time I made it to like top three anyway, so it's okay. Or he made it to top
It's
four.
okay.
So I made it long
Exactly.
enough the last time, so I'm just grateful that they asked me to come back again anyway.
True. And I think a lot
You
of the
know,
outcasts that
imagine
have
if
come
you were
back
a
or just had
Toriso and you're
something,
voted out first twice.
bruh. But you see, but I think that's why it's like what makes this interesting this time around, that people have something to prove. Like it's people
Mm,
that want to make it to merge because like they didn't get enough gameplay, so they want to prove themselves in that sense. Then there's the people that have made post merge and gone far that have to prove that
mm,
they can do it again.
You know,
You know?
you know, what I was thinking of now. This has nothing to do with Survivor South Africa. I was thinking of the US one. Poor
Yeah.
Francesca. Francesca, who
Who?
was voted out twice. Don't you remember Francesca?
No,
Her name was Francesca, but then Philip keeps on calling her Francesca.
girl.
I don't remember. Google her
Not you
quickly.
remixing
You
the
will see
name.
her. You will see her. And then like Phil keeps on calling her Francesca, and she's like, it's Francesca, and he's like, oh, sorry. And
Also,
she was
why
voted
was he
out
struggling?
twice. She was a returning. He was doing it on purpose. It was. I think he was getting to her.
Okay,
She was voted
damn.
out first twice, Rita.
No, no,
Twice.
that's not nice. No, they did that on purpose. No, that's not nice. That's actually wrong. What they did, no, those people are actually going to hell. How you gonna
Years
after
of therapy.
knowing that I was voted out first, you're gonna go do it? You're gonna do it again?
Years of therapy.
Years of therapy, and then also production must pay for my therapy.
They must pay for. Wait,
Trauma,
they must pay for us, please. Because
trauma,
wow.
twice. Can you imagine the second time? But when it happened the second time,
Producers were licking their lips.
oh
They
yeah.
were laughing. Inside, they were keeping it inside. When she left, they were like, "I'm so sorry, Francesca. You know, if you need someone to talk to," and they turned around and they were laughing at her
I
back.
love ma'am
They were
because
like,
it's
"This
like
fool, we got her again, bamboozle."
ma'am, ma'am. Yeah, actually, it's just way too much. Yeah, but I mean, it's still getting interesting. I'm enjoying the show. Like I said last week, I thought that maybe getting that many episodes would irritate me, but I enjoy
Yeah.
the fact that it says tomorrow on, and then I don't have to like the cliffhangers. I don't have to wait too long.
I mean, okay, fine. So, what's your rating out of 10 for the week?
Okay, I really did enjoy this week. I'm not gonna lie, I really
Mm-hmm.
did enjoy it. I enjoyed the gameplay. Lots of shit was popping off. It was interesting. I'm gonna
Mm.
give it. Actually, what am I gonna give it? Wait, you go. Actually, don't know what I'm gonna give it, but I did
I'm
enjoy
giving it a
it.
6.
Okay, I was gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving it a 5.5 then.
Okay. What's the 5.5 for?
Because the last two
Elaborate.
episodes were a drag. I'm sorry, ma'am. They were a full-on drag. I was like,
Yeah.
I am not going to sit here for an hour and then sit through adverts and then sit through like sponsors
For
of
you only to
Lotto
talk
Star
gameplay.
only for ma'am for a whole hour. No, guys. Like
Yeah, that's not
when they
fair.
kept on switching from like between tribe to tribe, I'm like, oh, guys, no. Surely we can give an establishing shot of sunsets and nighttime now. Surely we can walk to tribal council. Jeez,
Ma'am,
enough.
surely we can walk to tribal council,
It's
surely.
really enough. So yeah, I'm giving it a 6. No, 5.5 was just being spicy, but I'm giving it a 6.
Okay, no, I get your point. So like, it is. I think maybe because Loki, I was enjoying that gameplay talks. I didn't mind the episode because I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Tribal's gonna be lit, so it didn't bother me too much.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I thought we had great challenges. We had
Yeah, true.
it was people were it was lit. I mean, sucks to see Pinty go, sucks to see Teriso and Balissa go. People of color
All three
always
people
leaving.
that hey, all three people that we loved. Okay, fine. Pine Tea, like I understand, but Toriso and Palisa,
And Balissa,
no, guys,
no man.
not like
But also
this.
it sucked. I mean, when Teresa was up, it was between her and Felix, two black people up against each other. Like, what are you gonna do? And I
Mm,
think maybe that's why she couldn't bring to write his name down. She was just like, "That's my nigga,"
mm, fact, eh?
which I get. And it's
Who's our
very interesting on a show
who's our
like
MVP? I'm
our MVP. Damn, who is our
yeah,
MVP?
yeah, because I couldn't think of one. I honestly, I really couldn't think of one
Same. I'm trying to think now. I don't think anybody stood out to me this whole for
because
the.
everyone was talking. That's why everyone was talking.
Actually, there is no. Our MVP is Palisa.
MVP's quality, yeah, yeah. Just in
There we go.
remembrance. It's
Also,
what's that
I
award that you
think
give to someone? It's a posthumous
yes,
award.
but yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing. Shout out to Palisa. She's our MVP for the week. But on the US
Mm.
versions, like in the last two seasons, how race has been brought up.
Mm-hmm,
But I was like, it's
mm-hmm,
very
mm-hmm.
interesting on like the South African version, we haven't had those
Oh no,
conversations.
Mnet is not going to touch that.
They're not. They
Mnet doesn't
said
touch that.
we're not. They said
Not with the
race.
10 patrol.
They said
Not if
race.
it walks them. Don't even pass them down the streets. Oh
Man,
man,
they said we're not dealing
uh-uh,
with this. They said we don't have the capacity.
they're not.
I don't have the
They said
capacity to
they
do
in there
this.
like we said Nelson Mandela said remotion. We moved
Ma'am, they
past it.
said it's actually very interesting because think about it. I mean, what I like about the US one is that they just say survivors just it's a very small but
Yeah,
also a
it's a
reflection.
microcosm of
Yes,
society. Yeah,
exactly. And I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
this is same thing, right?
Mhm,
And think
mhm,
about it when Anesu spoke about how when she remember when they did the tribe swap and then she's the only person of color in that tribe, but everyone spoke Afrikaans. And I was like, you see, shit like that. And obviously, I'm sure that she didn't
mm,
feel comfortable bringing up, but it's like those are things that we should be able to discuss, right? When you
mm,
are left out,
mm,
I mean, when you are left out of the
mm,
equation, if you don't speak Afrikaans, so you're not white. It's like, well,
mhm.
since she wasn't part of the conversations.
That's a very good point. Very, very good point. And yeah, I don't know why it's like not brought up. Maybe it's because like race is always like such a prevalent topic like in our country
Yeah,
and has always been such a
mm,
prevalent topic in our country. Mnet is just scared to like touch that because of all the sponsors and
true,
all the sponsors that are going to fall off if like, the show is
ma'am,
sponsored by like 10 million people.
ma'am.
Yeah, and I think that's probably like a major reason as to like why even if someone would bring it up, like yeah, like, let's say if I went into the show and I was very like vocal about race, etc., they probably cut it out anyway.
Yeah, and that's true. They probably
Probably.
would edit it out. Yeah,
Mm.
I wouldn't put it past them,
Nico would be like, bravo, bravo, bravo.
ma'am, ma'am. So it's just interesting, but I don't know. Maybe one day, maybe one of these seasons, something will pop up. I mean, it's not like we want to see some heated race thing, but unfortunately, that's the world we live in, and also we come from
The only
our
reason why
history.
the only reason why race became so prevalent with these seasons of America and like race
Yeah,
is so prevalent in like the CBS shows is because of Black Lives Matter. Otherwise,
exactly.
like we wouldn't have had like an equal thingy in terms of casting with like Survivor. Like they were literally saying we are going to make like put an effort into making sure that like it's equal representation in terms of our reality shows. Like they literally say we're gonna make an effort. because of
Mm,
Black Lives Matter. Otherwise, if that didn't happen, we still would have been watching the same old, like, whitewashed reality shows.
true. And I mean, I want to point out that we have a very diverse cast this season, which
Yeah.
and even last season that we had diverse cast.
Mm.
So
And we had people from Hong Kong.
girl, hey, international
It's
baby,
national.
Keon, shout out to her.
Never forgets. With a
But
manicured
guys, let
nails.
us know in the comments below what you thought about the episode. Engage with us on our Twitter, not Twitter, whoa, Instagram, at reality the letter T underscore SA. Yeah, let us
Mm.
know what you guys think. What you guys thought about this week, or what your thoughts are about Survivor in general, Survivor South Africa.
Yeah, and who are you rooting for as well? Hey,
Exactly.
still
Actually,
has
who are you rooting
between
for?
us.
Oh, you did say the Powerpuff Girls.
Pop-Up Girls and Dino and Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I mean, Dino, I'm rooting for. Full, I think I'm the same as you. There's no one else that I'm connecting with. I just need Tony to go, but I don't know when we get her out. But she talks too much. It's
Mm.
not working.
I feel like Tony's gonna be dragged to the finale. I
Oh
don't
my
know how,
God, we'll
but
never
I
hear
see it
the end
happening.
of it.
Yeah.
We'll literally never hear the end of it.
Facts.
Yo, Jesus help us, Lord help us. But anyway, guys, we will see you guys, I guess, next week for another installment of Survivor South Africa while it's still on. And just before we started recording, Suzinzo let me know that we are getting 24 episodes, so you'll be getting 6 weeks worth of content from us,
You
and
were
we're
so
only halfway. I really was shocked there. I was like, is this show not coming to an end now? 16 episodes and we good.
It's like hearing that it's this is Act One Renaissance, but like not in a good way.
Yeah, ma'am, it's
Act
just
One of
not
three.
wow. Wow, I was like, wow, 24, that's a lot. So, but I mean, I guess we're in for a ride.
We're here
Let's
for the
say
long
that.
haul. We're here for the long haul,
We're
guys.
here for the long haul.
Thank you. Thank you
But
for
anyway,
listening.
guys, we'll see you guys on episode 104. Look at us, already in the hundreds. Love it for us.
Hey.